This is Owain Tudur-Jones. Watch my interview on Hibernian TV.
Owain, back in the squad after a short layoff through injury. What was the full problem there?
I think it was the day before the St Johnstone game. Just in the training session, last training before the game. Just tweaked my groin a little bit and kind of knew if I would have sort of done any more on it, it would have probably resulted in 4, 5, 6 weeks out. So took the precaution of stepping out for a little bit. I think it was maybe a little grade 1 tear in the groin, but it's healed up quite nicely, quite quickly. Glad to be back in training at the end of last week.
Obviously, you were named amongst the substitutes up at Inverness at the weekend. Are you now ready to challenge for your first team spot again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the little niggly injury, it's been a little bit stop-start since I've arrived here. Certainly not reached sort of the personal form that I would like to reach, but it's a very long season. It's obviously you join a new club and you want to do well instantly and have that instant huge impact, if you like. Everybody's looking for the same thing, but sometimes it takes a little bit more time. And I'm just looking forward to the weeks ahead, and obviously as a team bouncing back from a disappointing result on the weekend.
Obviously, just talking about the career changes that you've had, you've always made substantial moves when you have moved around, haven't you? From North Wales to South Wales, from South Wales to East Anglia, then up to the Highlands and now down to the Lowlands and Edinburgh. Does that make it harder to make the move, do you feel, overall? Does it make it easier?
For myself personally, it doesn't really have much of an impact. It's not great moving house and traipsing across the country with your family and stuff, but it's not the only profession in the world where you've got to move about and stuff like that looking for work. So it's not really a huge issue. It's certainly not an excuse. It's just a case of every single new signing who came here in the summer just want to do well. I'm no different to the rest of the boys, and it's a case of the form's picked up just recently until this weekend just gone, and we're all striving to make sure that Hibernian are as high up in the league as possible.
So your old club is currently top of the Scottish Premiership. What do you feel is the secret behind their success, and what can we learn from that?
I think probably too often people look at Inverness just as the size of the club and think they shouldn't be there, and if they are, they're not going to be there for long. It's a case of waiting for them for their form to drop, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the main ingredient is continuity. In terms of last season, the success came down to pretty much having a settled side throughout the season, and this year it's continuing from that. Really, there's been a couple who have left, myself included, and there's just not been major changes. You look at the team on Saturday. There's probably 1 or 2 differences to the team that did so well last year. So I think that's a key. No injuries and stuff like that. And as we said, if we would have won on Saturday, I think we would have gone 2 points behind them. So we're certainly not that far behind.
And finally, how would you sum up the level of competition for places, particularly in midfield? Because there's quite a few international players there. You obviously played for Wales. Scott Robertson, Kevin Thompson have played for Scotland. It's a really strong squad, isn't it, overall? Yeah,
I think it is. Tom Taiwo obviously has done particularly well over the last few weeks. Liam Craig can also slot in. There's plenty there, and that's not an issue at all. You see the levels in training. Everybody's fighting as midfielders to get those 2 slots in the middle of the park. There's plenty of competition everywhere in the side, really, and as long as the form is good, if you're out of the team, you accept sort of the team are doing well at that particular time, and you've got to wait for your chance. And likewise, if you're in the team, you just make sure you stay there with high level performances.